Hello, welcome to Story Girl. Today's story is The Princess Rosette. Once upon a time, there lived a king who has two handsome princesses and one beautiful princess, the Princess Rosette. One day, the king arranged a banquet for all the people in his country and fairies. The fairies asked for their leave. The queen asked, "Tell us about our daughter, dear daughter Rosette," said the queen. "We are so very sorry to tell, but maybe your dear daughter, the Princess Rosette, can be the one who bring bad luck to your two handsome princesses," said the fairies, and they took their leave. The queen and the king were so worried, and the king called all the wise men to his court and asked for his reason to tell, but nobody could tell. And the king came to the queen and said, "Who is looking at her dear daughter Rosette?" And the king said, "Dear queen, we have one last chance. The hermit who live inside the deep woods of our country. More people will come to our country to see him and ask for solutions to save them. And we can ask him to do anything. Please let us go for a solution for our dear daughter Rosette." The queen accepted, and they wake up early in the morning and sat on their horses. And they go to the deep into the forest, and they could not pass anymore with the horses because the branches were very thick, and they walked. They came to the hermit and said, the hermit was in a deep meditation. When the queen and king came, he opened up and he said, "What, my dear king and queen, is anything you ask me?" said the hermit. The king and queen said, "Yes, hermit, please tell us some solution, and we will give you as reward the emeralds and diamonds. Please tell us what we want to do to our Princess Rosette," and told the fairies and told the thing what fairies told. The hermit said, "Oh dear king, you want to build a big tower in front of your palace and keep your dear daughter Rosette inside it and never come out," said the hermit. The king gave the reward and went ahead and built a beautiful, magnificent tower and kept their dear daughter Rosette. Every day in the evening, the two handsome princesses and the king and the queen came to visit the Princess Rosette. One day, the king and the queen fell ill, and they both died in the same day. All the bells in the kingdom rang. The prince second prince. The first prince, who called the great prince, was so sad, and the second prince, who called the youngest prince, was also very sad. They all cried, but especially Rosette, who cried very much for the death of her father and mother. And the great prince was so sad, and one of the the minister came to the great prince and said, "It is the time to crown you as the king of our kingdom," said the minister. The great prince accepted and sit on the throne and sit on the chair, and the crown was put on his head. And they came to their dear sister and said, "What? Don't be so sad, sister. It is a dull hour. Let us go out," said the great prince and younger prince to their dear little sister. The Rosette said, "Okay, brother, please take me out of this dull tower. Please take me out," said the Princess Rosette. They came out of the tower, and the princess was mesmerized, enchanted with all the beautiful trees, fruits, animals, and all fountain. And she was mesmerized and saw the palace. She was so beautiful for the architectural. The princess asked for an animal. "What is this?" asked the princess. "Oh, don't you know? It's a peacock," said the youngest prince. And she said, "Brother, I will marry no one else but the peacock king," said Princess Rosette. The great prince asked her sister, "Where do we get the king of peacocks?" said the great prince. "But I will not marry the king of peacock. I will marry only king of peacocks, but no one else." And she was so sad. But he said to her young sister, "Please take us our kingdom very well, and we will go search the king of peacocks," said the "Okay, my dear brother, I will take care of the kingdom. I promise," said the Princess Rosette. The great prince and the youngest prince go in search for the king of peacocks. They searched all the world and landed in a strange city. All peacocks, all were dressed in peacock feathers, and there are no horses. The king was carried by the peacock, not by horses. Okay, they were very nice. Wow, we found the king of peacock. And there has a portrait of a sister who has the golden hair. No, the mesmerizing beauty. They showed the portrait to the king of the peacocks and said, "My sister said I will marry the king of peacocks and no one else." And said, "Okay, I will marry your sister, but if her heart is golden as her hair," said the king of peacocks. The great prince said, "Yes, my sister's heart is as golden as her hair," said the great prince. Oh, nice. Okay, call your sister. I will test her. If she is not as good as her hair, she will be thrown into dungeons, and you also be thrown into dungeons of my great tower," said the king of peacocks. And the great princess sent her a letter telling that we found the king of peacocks and come to marry him, said the great prince in the letter. The Princess Rosette saw this and came immediately by boat with her maid and her daughter and all the clothes she has. When in night she fell asleep, she has a puppy with her pet dog, Frisky. They both fell in the bed in the boat. They fell asleep. And the maid, with the help of boatman, because the boatman helped because the maid gave her money to help her daughter to become the princess of the king of the peacocks. She was so rude. And they both lift up the bed and throw it in the water. The bed was made with rare feathers that helped the bed float. And the maid daughter waved up a cloth of the Princess Rosette, and all the emeralds, diamonds, all diamonds over her head, gold, all. And the Frisky got up and he shouted, "Bow, bow, 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 bow." Frisky shouted. The princess get up. "Oh, what, Frisky? Why?" She was astonished. "What? We are in water. Where is the boat?" said the Princess Rosette. She can see the boat long away. Then she can think that the maid cheated her. And in a few minutes, she was surrounded by fishes, golden fishes. And one golden fisher carried her to the peacock land. The princess said, "Thank you very much, friend, thank you very much. But before the boat was landed, and the maid daughter, who was very weak and rude, sat on the prince. The king, who sent a carriage with 12 peacocks to come to her in that carriage. The maid daughter sat on it and she kicked one of the peacocks to go. And they discussed that our king will never marry this cold-hearted creature, said the peacocks themselves. And when the Princess Rosette landed, Frisky told the way to the King Peacock's palace. And the wicked maid daughter wanted to be like princess, and she slapped at her side peacock, and while getting down she kicked at another peacock and shouted, "Get out of my way!" And the king of the peacocks saw all this and said, "You cheated me. Your sister is not golden hair and not having golden hair also. She is a cold-hearted creature. God save the two men and their sister," said the king. The great prince said, "Oh, King of the Peacocks, it is not our sister. Someone has cheated our sister," said the great prince. "Don't talk." But in a few seconds, the Princess Rosette came to the King of the Peacocks and said, "King of the Peacocks," and she kneeled down and said, "Prince, King of the Peacocks, please do not do anything to my brothers. They are innocent. The wicked maid and her daughter cheated me. Please forgive my brothers," said the Princess Rosette. The king was pleased and said, "God, leave the two brothers and seize the wicked nurse and her wicked daughter," said the king of the peacocks. "Thank you very much, my king. And don't seize or throw in jail of my wicked nurse and her daughter. If we leave them, they will realize what the mistake they did and will never do that mistake anytime. Please leave them," said Princess Rosette. The king was so happy to get a golden-hearted princess to marry him. And they married and lived happily. And Frisky also was so happy to eat all the delicious. The moral of the story is, don't be rude and cheat everyone. Be kind like Rosette, and don't be unkind and cruel. Don't cheat like the maid did. Thank you. If you like this story, like, share to your friends, subscribe, And don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you.